This is a small-scale Technic supercar from LEGO that has received extremely high praise in the past 6 months. Koenigsegg Jesko Absolut 42173 and 42184. Judging from the release of this kind of same model but different color set, LEGO also has full confidence in this set. Apart from the highly finished appearance that can be intuitively felt, in terms of functionality, there is also a very innovative design of the dihedral doors. And sets of this level usually also offer very good replayability. So in this video, let's take a look at the specific performance of these two sets. Let's take a look at the packaging first. The two color boxes, including the viewing angles of the cars, are completely the same. But you look closely, you can see that they are not the same car whose color has been changed by using Photoshop. You can see in the upper left corner that the age target is above 10 years old. The same is true for the back of the color box, except that the function of the dihedral doors is demonstrated from the perspective of the back. The following 3 illustrations further demonstrate the internal designs such as the steering linkage, engine linkage, and the differential. In the middle are the key data of the prototype vehicle. It can be seen that the comprehensive out power reaches 1,600 horsepower. Although there are only 801 pieces of parts, it is divided into as many as 7 major steps. It should be noted that 2 years ago, the 42143 Ferrari SP3, which had 3,800 pieces of parts and was a super flagship sports car, was also only divided into 7 major steps. So it will be very easy to find the parts for this car. A manual for assembly and the two cars are almost identical. At the end of the manual, you can see 2 pages of color illustrations. Besides the comparison with the prototype car on the right, the color illustration on the left is actually just a reuse of the picture on the back of the color box. It seems a bit perfunctory. There are a total of 217 building steps, with an average of 3.7 parts per step. The sticker comes in such a small sheet. Except for the difference in color, the two sets are completely the same. Let's start by assembling the official set with the white set 42184 model. Later, we will use the dark gray 42173 to assemble the B-Motive F1 model that M longer made. The V-shaped 8 engine uses a brand new crankshaft and piston combination of 4368 and 4369. At the same time, a 6-type axle connecting piece is used to create a 90-degree cylinder angle, which is also consistent with that of the prototype vehicle. Let's take a look at the chassis structure here. After the manual steering power comes down from the roof, it is connected to the front wheel steering structure through a gear set with a ratio of 12:12. The rear wheels are directly connected to the middle V-shaped 8 engine through the differential in the middle. The engine assembled with the brand new crankshaft and piston combination of 4368 and 4369. You can see that it is indeed very smooth. Here is the most wonderful linkage structure of the dihedral doors in this set. The linkage effect that needs to be achieved is that when the dihedral door rotates, the entire car door should also move outward. You can see that the entire device is composed of 4 modules. It includes the guide rail module, which is served by the yellow axle, the rack module fixed at the bottom, the translation module composed of parts numbered 87408 and 22961, and the gear set module that is connected to the car door. When the car door rotates, and this off-white 12-tooth gear drives this black 12-tooth gear that meshes with the rack to rotate. That is to achieve the linkage effect of making the car door move outward. Among them, we can also see a blue part and a green part. It seems that they play the role of limiting the position. But actually here they are just used for angle calibration or as an aid for assembly. You can also see the special angle prompt here on page 47 of the manual. However, there is a problem if it is according to the angle in the manual. At the finished product stage, the door will not be able to close completely. At least, it cannot be close to the closing angle shown at the end of the LEGO manual. This is because when the car door is closed to an angle with a relatively large inclination, the translation module will already come into contact with this light gray beam inside, preventing it from moving further inward, thereby preventing the car door from rotating further. Then, a reference solution is, from the current camera perspective, we can rotate this off-white 12-tooth gear clockwise by 1 tooth, which is 30 degrees. After that, you can see that the closed state of the car door is consistent with that shown in the manual. However, the drawback is that angle of the car door after it is opened will be slightly smaller. It can't achieve a state that is almost vertical as it did before. Here we can see that the opening and closing mechanism of the entire rear cover is not a simple hinge structure. Instead, a quadrilateral linkage mechanism has been designed. When the rear cover is opened, it can achieve a linkage effect where the entire rear cover moves slightly backward. This can prevent interference with the surrounding technical panels during the opening and closing process. And the design of the angle of the entire rear cover is also truly remarkable. This Jesko model took approximately 4 hours to assemble. The final assembled product is 28 centimeters in length, and its scale relative to the prototype vehicle is roughly 1:17. Benefiting from the trend of the gradual miniaturization of LEGO Technic panels in recent years, we can observe that there are basically no hollow areas on the exterior surface of the entire vehicle. Only behind the front fender, close to the car door, there is intentionally a small empty space made to provide room for the opening and closing of the dihedral doors. In addition, we have also noticed that this designer doesn't seem to be particularly averse to brick-like parts. We can see at the position of the front hood, the doors on both sides, side skirt, center console, at positions such as the rear part of the vehicle body to see the application of some brick-like parts. We can also see the comparison between the two finished products in dark gray and white here. Which color do you all like better? In terms of functions, the linked steering between the roof knob and the steering wheel is very flexible. There is no abnormal interference. The opening and closing of the front and rear hoods, the front hood can directly stay open once it is opened. After the rear hood is opened, you need to make use of the support rod on the engine. Then, there is a linkage between the driving and the engine. You can see that the linkage state is indeed very smooth. Finally, it's the opening and closing of the dihedral doors on both sides. Just as mentioned in the review, if it is assembled according to the manual, the car door will not be able to close completely. The white car is the one that we have adjusted, and the gray car was assembled according to the manual. Of course, this solution is not perfect either, and it is just for reference here. In terms of firmness, there is no problem with normal daily play. But the A-pillars on both sides are not fixed at a certain angle, so if you accidentally touch them, they may fall down. Finally, let's take a look at the replayability of these two sets. For sets of this level, it is also a very important indicator. So at present, there are 17 and 25 works respectively for these two sets on Rebrickable. It involves including F1 cars, buggy, truck, hot rod, F-14 Tomcat, helicopter. There are even various themes such as Transformers. Let's take a look at this F1 car designed by M. Longer, who is quite familiar to veteran players. This is a relatively rare steering structure that does not use gears and racks. The power of the manual steering still comes from the roof and is connected through a set of 12 to 12 gear sets. The V-shaped 6 engine also uses a brand new crankshaft piston combination. The cylinder angle utilizes the numbered 3-axle connecting piece, and the angle is 157.5 degrees. The differential has been abandoned. It is connected to the right wheel through a set of 12 to 12 gear sets. After it's finally assembled, for this B mode there will be half a box of spare parts left over like this. The appearance of the finished product is just as you can see. The front wing and end plate, front nose, and helo system, side pod, and various modules such as the rear wing, all of them have been successfully assembled. It has even managed to recreate the tires that are narrow at the front and wide at the rear. After the testing process, not only does it demonstrate normal functional performance, but there are also no issues regarding its firmness. It can be said that there is no problem with playing with it in daily life. The above is the specific information about these two sets in this issue. You can tell us in the comments section which set you would like to see next. See you in next time.